What's up, savages? You are watching the Random Coin Mining Show, where we mine a different GPU mineable coin every weeknight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Thursday, April 4th, 2019. Thanks so much for everyone watching, liking, subscribing, and all that stuff. You guys are totally awesome. Going to speed things up a bit tonight, so let's just look at the market real quick. Not a whole lot going on. It's kind of a red day, but I mean, you know, we had a massive few days here, so it's been nice. Kind of expected to pull back a little bit here. Go look at some gainers and losers real quick. Yeah, this coin here just it's on a real volatile pattern here, but it's up and down like 30% every day. As far as mineable stuff, not so much in here. This is just 24-hour stuff. This one's had another wild journey as well. ABBC coin. Alright, so that is what's going on in the market. And if you like, oh yeah, let me show you what I'm mining real quick too. I think I've got this rig down again, the AMD rig. I was kind of messing with Cudo OS. Cudo, where did that come from? Cudo OS, golly. And Cudo OS, and it was not. I tried a new image, right, like burning it, a brand new one, and I'm still having trouble unless I disconnect about half of my GPUs, because that rig has 12 GPUs, and man, it just does not want to boot to Cudo OS off the USB drive if all of those GPUs are plugged in. So kind of tough, but I'm working on that. As far as on the NVIDIA rig, I am actually still mining BitGrin from last night, and I left it this way because I want to see if I can get, you know, I was talking to Seb Green, he's the pool operator, owner, whatever, of Kryptonite.cc, and he said it takes about 24 hours before you get a payout, you know, to remember, because this is from the pool to an exchange, which is BitMesh in this case, because I'm not going to a wallet, I'm going from a pool to an exchange. So I wanted to see if I could get a payout from there and just kind of go from there, get one payout on BitGrin, and see what's up. And let's see if we go over here to, uh-oh, I got logged out for some reason. That happens from time to time. Alright, so I am still mining CCX over here, Conceal Coin on the shared rigs, and this rig right here actually has one GPU that has got a bad fan, and I actually have the fan right here. I took it out, and you know, it's one that just it doesn't spin very freely, and apparently that's really common with these gigabyte ARS. If you use them for mining, apparently it happens a lot, because that's what I've kind of read online and stuff. So because they're running all the time and they're just not great fans. But anyway, I've got the fan right here. It's a dual fan GPU, so I left one in there, and it's still running, and it's actually not even, the last I checked anyway, it's not running hot or anything. It's in this rig right here. They're all still running 65. So I mean, there is one that's running 100%. That's probably that particular GPU as far as the fan goes. So, but it's still so that fan will probably go bad soon. the one remaining fan. I'll have to keep an eye on it. I'm probably going to order another one of these. I kind of messed with it for a minute. I don't think I can actually like re-oil it or anything. Maybe if I take that front sticker off, I don't know. We'll see. But I did find them online, and they're only like 12 bucks, so it might be worth it just to buy it. I don't know. We'll see. But just wanted to point out that it's actually only running one fan and still not really running that hot, so that is cool. All right, so let me get back to what's going on. Deadwood, Yashnik, Czar420, Crypto Z, what's up, man? See if I can get my mouse over there. Let's get back to what we were talking about. So that's what I'm mining, and if you like video content like this, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you found this channel just through a random YouTube, you know, popping it up in front of you or whatever, and you're clicking on it, make sure you subscribe if you like content like this. I go live every night, man, every night. So yeah, if you want a little bit of crypto content in your life on a pretty consistent basis, yeah, I'm here for you at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do other videos too. It's not just this, although the live stuff has really consumed my life. I've really been doing mostly just live, just kind of keeping the thing going, and but I have done other videos, and you can find those on my channel as well. I probably should get back to doing regular videos and not live streams. We'll see. I kind of like this. I don't know. It's a little bit easier for me just to click go live and then just do it, right? So it's kind of cool. Anyway, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video and all that stuff. And if you like crypto talk and random stuff, also follow me on Twitter. But it's also important to follow me over here as well, because that is where I do the polls for what we're going to mine that night. So in the past it was random. So I have a list. I would run that list through a randomizer, and then it would pick one for us, you know, online, and then whatever we landed on we would mine that night. And there's so many bad projects that and it kind of was taking the wind out of my sails, you know, because it was like one after another that was really not great projects and stuff that I'm not really interested in, and I really kind of wanted to focus on ones that I sort of like at least a little bit, enough to investigate a little bit, because it was getting just I don't know, boring, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there was some challenges in there because, you know, from time to time you would run into one that was a challenge as far as to be able to mine it, but as far as the interest in the actual project, it just wasn't there. So kind of changed it around a little bit. I'm going to choose 3 each day from the list that I have, or ones that I just know about that are out there, maybe new ones, and basically run a poll on Twitter for that day, and whatever, you know, whichever one wins is what we actually mine. So in this case it was BitCash, which we've already done before, but there's a couple little things that I wanted to maybe do, you know, live, so that we can kind of see a little bit more about what the project is about. And what I said in the tweet here, yeah, like, I'm not ignoring the fact that, you know, Conceal is pretty popular, plus I'm mining Conceal, right, on this rig right here. You can't really tell because it's, for some reason, some of the coins just never show up, but I can show you that it's actually working. I've heard of other people having the same problem with Hive. It could just be it's probably not the browser. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so I'm mining Conceal, so I'm not ignoring the fact that people want to see that. We have done that one as well on the RandomCoin show though, but we might do that again. We've also done Loki before, but I wanted to maybe revisit them, and you know, so that's why I put them out there. Because a lot of times, you know, older videos don't get as many views and stuff because they are older, right? So the projects change as time goes on, and you know, maybe more of their roadmap is implemented and things like that, so it can change how people look at the project. So it's kind of important to do new videos, I guess. So let me go back over here, see if, you know what, that rig is actually doing that. I forgot that I have that one doing the Kudo OS. All right, so let's get back over here. So as you can see, BitCash won, so that's what we're going to be covering tonight. I still have the list. It's at about 139 GPU-mineable coins right now, and that's what I basically look at to kind of figure out which ones I'm sort of interested in that I'll put on the poll. So, so there you go. All right, so let's talk about BitCash a little bit. Let me bring up their website so we can kind of scroll through it real quick. I think it's Choose BitCash. And again, the one thing that I don't like about this project, and I mentioned this in the last video that I did on this, which was only 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, is the name. It's great, but it's also overly used, right? And it's easy to confuse with other projects. Like, I'll give you an example here. If you just go here and type in BitCash, you see what pops up, right? I mean, in this case, it wasn't so bad. It is the first choice here, but then there's this one here, right? I think did I search? I think I did BitCash logo, yeah, before. And see, so you know, it's real easy to confuse it, and there are a lot of different logos for it. I don't know if maybe they've changed it over time or what, but I mean, there's quite a few different ones in here. Or maybe it's just changed hands or something. I don't know. I don't know the whole history, but yeah. So that's the one complaint that I have about the project as a whole. All right. So other than that, they're good. I like them. I'm not really interacting with the chat, so I got kind of some notes here that I want to read from. So let me get back to their website and start a little scroll here so we can kind of see what's going on. So what is BitCash? It's combining the average advantages of cryptocurrency: speed, privacy, all the normal stuff. They are aiming to be the most used cryptocurrency, which is a lofty goal, of course. You can also send coins via Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, which I think is a pretty neat feature. Let me fire up my, if I can get over there. I forgot to start my BitCash wallet here. Give me a second. So that is kind of a cool feature. I like that. And I actually sent the technicals one BitCash in a tweet. I think it was a direct message. I don't think I just posted it on, because there's lots of different ways you can do it. I think you can post it, or you can send it to him in a direct message, and that's what I did. And he was like, "What is this?" What's funny is you can easily confuse, you know, because it'll say so-and-so has sent you 1 BitCash, right? Or 1 BITC. And if you just look at it really close or really quickly, you know, you might think that it is 1 BTC. And I'm like, no, that's not what I sent you. My keyboard's too far away from my computer. They got a pretty cool wallet. I like it. This is what it kind of looks like here, or that is what it looks like. Bring back my stuff here so I can pay attention to what's going on. Get back in the chat here. What we got going on in there? What's up, Sonia? What's up, Vegas Pro? All right, so another cool thing that they have, let me blast through this real quick, and then I want to actually do something with the sending and Twitter and stuff. So you can also have accounts with nicknames. Actually, you know what? It'd be better if I just did it now. So let's go back up here, and I'm going to live here. I'm going to try to send BrandonCoin some BitCash. Let's see here. I know what his thing is here. Let me go and grab it real quick. Should be able to just copy that, I think. All right. So let's go back over here to the actual wallet, and we are going to click on send. Twitter. We're going to choose Twitter. think I have to, you know what I can do? I think I can just go like this. Because it already has the at in there. BrandonCoin 1. I believe that's right? Let me double check. BrandonCoin 1. Yep. All right, cool. To raise interest in BITC. Sounds good. So we'll send him, we'll go with 5. Tells you how much you'll have left, and then we're going to click send. And actually, you know what? It must have, yeah, let's see here. Because I think it's a little bit manual. This is another drawback that I saw. I would like to see the wallet actually interface with Twitter, but see, it really doesn't, because you have to send this link. You have to do this manually, this part right here. It says it successfully sent it, but I think that that's just putting it on the blockchain and tying it to that Twitter user, right, by the nickname that you specified. You still have to do this, right? So I'm going to copy that, which is the description together with the link. Then I'm going to go to Twitter. And I think I can just post it right here. Yep. And then the way this works is, hopefully, well, he should see it. I don't know. He's probably not in here, but he should see it. It should pop as a notification on his feed there, and he will be able to claim those coins. Now everybody else can see this too, but only he can claim the coin, the 5 BITC. So kind of neat. I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. I kind of dig it. All right, so we're going to close that, and then you can do also the next thing that they talk about on their web page is the nickname. Remember, this is one of those things to ease in adoption, because people are, the normal person, grandma, whatever, however they want to say it, isn't going to want to worry about those long addresses and private keys and public keys and all that stuff, right? So they give you the capability of just creating a nickname, which I already created mine for this particular wallet. So it just makes things a little bit easier for sending and receiving. So you don't have to worry about copying and pasting addresses and things like that. Because, I mean, in my job, I know for a fact that people still have trouble copying and pasting things. So, yeah, it's kind of a huge, that's huge to enable that feature, right? All right, so let's get back to business here. So I wonder if, I don't know if BrandonCoin is going to grab that or not. We'll see. And you can actually send, you can send it. Let's see here. Let's just go through the features here real quick. So accounts with nicknames covered that. Stored transaction records for bookkeeping and records management. That's cool. Instant and low cost. All this stuff is live too, by the way. I don't think I've covered one that's not live yet. So instant and low cost international money transfer, pretty common for crypto. Send BitCash to anyone, even if they don't have a BitCash wallet yet. Now obviously they'll have to get a BitCash wallet, but you can send it to them and kind of alert them, sort of in the same way that you do through Twitter or Twitch or those social medias. So that's kind of neat as well. Also, what's coming up, something that is coming up, is BitCash Stable, and this reminds me of Haven Protocol a little bit, because they basically say, if you receive some BitCash, you can send it to the BitCash stable coin so that the value doesn't change, right? It's stable. So that will help adoption for payments between people and businesses and things like that, because you don't have to worry about, hey, if you buy something for $500, like the example that they're giving you here, you know, it's not going to drop by half, you know, or if it drops by 50% overnight, you know, the crypto itself, then, you know, you're kind of at a $250 loss, right? So if you go and trade the coins in for fiat or cash them out or whatever. So this is kind of neat because it holds that value for you. Doesn't expose you to the volatility of the market. Also has a feature, I know we're probably not even going to get to mine it, I'm just talking about it, but that's okay. It also has a feature that has a master key. Now this is kind of controversial in my eyes because it says right here, you know, the problem, cryptocurrencies have a problem. The blockchain is public. That means anyone knows your wallet address, can see your transactions, so on and so forth, right? Now we know that Mimblewimble, you know, did away with that part of it, but you know, it's also not very easy to audit either. So adoption for businesses will have to include the ability to audit, right? A business is not going to use a payment structure or method that an auditor can't look at and verify payments, right? So that's where there's this trade-off between privacy and, you know, having everything public, right, and visible. So you gotta keep that in mind as well for adoption. So it says here, privacy cryptocurrencies like Monero attempt to solve this, but law enforcement agencies despise this as it fosters illegal activity, so on and so forth. This is where BitCash comes in. BitCash uses a sophisticated algorithm to make sure your transactions are private to the general public. However, the BitCash blockchain has a master key. Okay, so who owns the master key? I think this is where I would have to get into, this part is live, so I'd have to really dive into this to figure this out, because I don't want BitCash to give anyone my key, right? Now, if it's a choice that I make as the wallet owner or the address owner or the nickname owner, whatever, if I choose to give them access to it, then that's one thing. But I don't really know if there's, you know, it makes it sound like right here, however, BitCash blockchain has a master key that enables governments, law enforcement, and exchanges to explore the network as if it were public, similar to the Bitcoin network. So who decides who gets that key? That's my point. I don't know. I would have to look into that a little bit more. And it does describe it as safe privacy. Okay, I'm down with that. But again, I would like to know who decides who gets what key, right? It kind of makes sense to me. But all right, so you can also, coming soon anyway, it's not yet, you can create various accounts within the wallet. You saw my wallet, I only have one account. But apparently at some point you're going to be able to create more, which is cool. You can also print e-statements, that's coming up as well. You can also import transactions into Quickbooks, that's coming up as well. All this is like definitely geared towards adoption, right? Because if you can audit it and you can import it into Quickbooks, that's kind of cool for especially small businesses that use Quickbooks, right? Pay bills with BitCash as well. This is kind of cool. This is live already. Recurring payments. So if you have a subscription service that accepts BitCash, right? Boom, there you go. You just set up the recurring payment. It comes out of your wallet. Pretty neat. Use BitCash across thousands of online stores. Okay, great. All right, so all that is super cool. They have a little, you know, roadmap and comparison to other cryptos in here. Super cool, super cool. All right, great. Let's get over here and fire up the mining. So it is an x16r algo coin. So you could use AMD as well, but it's just, I want to say that most of the miners get about 50%. What's up, Standing Man? We're actually doing BITC. I think they get about 50% of what an NVIDIA GPU gets on average. So, you know, x16r is geared more towards NVIDIA, or NVIDIA performs better at mining x16r. Alright, so let's go ahead, and I already have a wallet. I mean, I've shown you guys how to do that. You can go back to the previous video, the other BITC video, and check that out on how to create the wallet and all that stuff. So we'll just go ahead and fly right through this because I only have like 3 minutes left. So before we go to BrandonCoin, so we're going to put a check mark next to the Kessel rig, which is this hardware right here. 6 NVIDIA GPUs, 2 1080s, 2 1070 Ti's, and 2 1070s. And then we are going to go to the flight sheet, the rocket here. We're going to click on BITC. Yeah, and you're going to use, typically, T-Rex has been pretty much killing it as far as x16r stuff. I really like that miner. It seems to perform way better than the other ones, although you guys, if you're mining a lot of other x16r stuff, maybe you know better than me, but T-Rex seems to be, you know, the best one that I found anyway. So we're going to click on that and get my cameras off so you can see what's going on. And then we're going to click apply, and now that rig back there behind me is going to reload, but I am going to go ahead and throw it a restart real quick too, so you'll see it actually, if I turn my cameras back on, you'll see it actually restart, and it already did. So, or it's starting to. So this should come up in a couple minutes. T-Rex does not take long to fire up. It should be, you know, hopefully by 10 o'clock, but maybe if we go a little bit over, it won't be so bad. Sonia Near, you're moving? I'm probably going to be moving soon too. Not very far away though. Alright, so it looks like it's already up and running, so that's cool. Let me see. It's kind of odd because, well, actually, you know what? That's before it restarted, so it's just like, what would that be called? Remnants of what it was doing. Is pretty sure Brandon's going to be live, right? Alright, it says live now, so we'll get over there in just a moment. Let me, and I didn't preload him with, you know, knowledge of what I was doing during this show as far as sending him that in Twitter. So maybe he'll see it on his show. So that'll be kind of neat. All right, let's see what is going on here. Looks like it might be up and running. It is, and already got some accepted shares. Let me show you that over here real quick. I'll fire up the Hive shell. Super cool feature that they added recently, somewhat recently. Oh wow, that pretty out of focus up there. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so there we go. We are mining BITC again. And what I'll do is, since Standing Man is in here, if he's still here, I'll go and bring up my flight sheet so that we can take a look at overclocks and how it's set up and stuff. So you can see here, definitely getting accepted shares. Everything looks great. Alright, so let's head over to the flight sheets. Take a look at that real quick. Or the flight sheet for BITC. Can't remember all the details of Standing Man as far as configuration goes, but I just want to bring this up so that they could see what this config is over here. And I can't remember, Standing Man, if you're still in here, do you have, you know, what's your hardware configuration and what OS are you using? Are you using Hive OS? I can't remember all the details of that. So this is very basic settings as far as, you know, T-Rex goes. Nothing too crazy. No, not even any extra arguments or anything like that. And then for the pool, actually that was in there as well. And the wallet, you know, the wallet you have to have a, oh, you're using Windows 10. Okay. Are you using T-Rex? I think you said that it was getting shares, right? But you just never got a payout. I would say you would have to just wait. You know, as long as the pool is showing you that your workers connected and submitting shares and all that stuff, then, you know, depending on how many shares or how many coins you have to have your minimum payout threshold, then, you know, maybe that's what the problem is. Because if you've only got 2 GPUs, it's going to take a while to hit that threshold, right? Because, you know, I don't know how much that comes out to as far as your hash rate and stuff, but I would say that that's probably the situation. Is you just never hit the threshold to get a payout. That's what it sounds like to me. If you check it on the pool, it's submitting shares and your hash rate looks good and you're not getting rejected shares and everything looks legit and working fine, I think you just didn't hit the threshold for the pool. That's all. So if you want to get that payout, it sounds like you mine for about 24 hours almost, which still, again, you know, it just might not be enough to hit the threshold. You just got to see, you got to bounce everything against the pool, what your hash rate is, to try to figure out. I would let it rock for, first I would find out what your minimum, what your payout threshold is for the pool, and go from there. That's going to kind of guide you. Then you can go to, it's actually not on what to mine. Is it on CoinCalc? I don't even know. I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Okay, so you can come in here, and let's say that you are, let's see, it's x16r. So let's do this. Let's go GPU. I'm totally going over my time here. That's okay though. I'm curious now. So you got two 1070 Ti's. Okay. Let's go like that. So I'm wondering why BitCash didn't show up. It is in here. Did I mess up and say it's R and it's actually S? I don't think so. I think it's R. I've definitely been known to do stuff like that. Make sure here. Okay, I think it's x16r, so that's cool. All right, where were we? We're here. Okay, so I wonder why it didn't show up. You would think it would show up in here, but maybe it's got a negative profit or something like that. Okay, so do you remember what your hash rate was that you were getting on it? It looks like you should be getting about, does that sound right, 16 per? It might be about right. Let's go look at mine. Yeah, so here's a 1070 Ti right here. I'm getting 20. And this is good for you too, because you can see the core and mem for that algo, how I have it set. Because it sounds like, I don't know how much you were getting. Maybe you were getting about 20, you know, like this. So let's call it 40. So let's go over here and we'll put in, where's it at? 40 right here. And we'll call it 250 watts. Sounds good. But it's not going to show up down here. So what we need to do is go over here to BITC. We'll go 40 here. Call it 300 watts just for the heck of it. I don't know what you're paying for power, but let's go like that. Calculate. Then, I mean, that's not bad. About $1.24 a day, so 60 cents each. That sound about right? That's not bad. I think I did that right. I don't know, you know, it all depends on your power and stuff too, though. So, but my point is it looks like you would gain, you would accumulate, where's it at? Right here, about 13 BITC a day, right? Now, so now you would need to go to your pool, and what if your minimum payout threshold is like 50, right? Then, you know, you can see how it could take 3 or 4 days, right? So it all depends on what your payout threshold is. I think I'm doing all this right. So, so there you go. Okay, that's going to be it. I got to get over to BrandonCoin. I've totally ran over the time here. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. I'll do the poll. I'll probably launch a poll here, maybe even during BrandonCoin for tomorrow. Or we might just do CCX or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll put CCX back on the poll and see what we come up with. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow night at the same time, same channel. Stay savage. See you over at BrandonCoin. I will be over there.